I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Plaggio, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond, as we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
Hey, joining me today is Janice O'Shea. Janice, it's really a pleasure to be with you today.
Thank you, Terry.
Janice is a well-known fly fishing guide and instructor in the Denver, Colorado Front Range area, and you really spend a lot of time with women's fly fishing.
Yes.
And one thing, we just attended a couple weeks ago, my staff and I attended the women's fly fishing clinic you put on in Salida.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, one of my staff members, Karen, my producer, actually took part in the clinic. And a little while later, Karen's going to join Janice on the water for some on-the-water instruction. But you know, you're doing so much. More and more women are getting involved in fly fishing. It's a sport that's for everybody. And men or women can take advantage of your services. I mean,
yes.
You guide a lot of men and teach them too.
Exactly.
And I know from my own fishing with you, you're an excellent fly fishing guide and instructor. You've helped me a lot. So how would people get a hold of you if they wanted to take part in any of that?
And also give me a call at my Englewood office phone number and or email me, and they can get a hold of me either one of those ways.
And we'll put those numbers on the screen now and then again at the end of the show so that you can get a hold of Janice if you want to take advantage of that. But I think, you know, we're going to show some of the clinic. We're going to take you to the fly fishing clinic, show some of the things, and in between that we're going to go back and forth, and you and Karen are going to get out in the water and do a little fly fishing, and we'll give you some instruction and show you how women can get into fly fishing.
Tell all of you again, thank you very much for coming. This is wonderful. And something, when we went around this group of women last night and talked about why you're in this sport and what we're doing in this sport, it was that everyone agreed with what they said, that it's not so much the fish you catch, it's not so much the size, it's not so much the number, it is that you relax, it is a chance to relax and enjoy the water. And a lot of people, I think, that fish sometimes get into the numbers game and the number of fish caught and the size of fish caught, and they overlook the real opportunity to look around at the insects on top of the water and in the water, look at the mountain ranges, listen to the water. So you're actually a part of the environment, and that's what's so relaxing and enjoyable. Then the fishing becomes more successful.
Janice, I really want to say that I really enjoyed being part of the Women's Fly Fishing Clinic in Salida, and surprisingly, it was like there's a lot of stuff to really know and a lot of things to learn about all of the aspects of fly fishing, and now I'm ready. What do we need to do?
And Karen, one of the most important aspects is what we did this morning, where we went to the river and we seined the river to look to see what these trout are feeding on. And so looking in that seine, we're actually now rigging our line with two flies on the bottom. The first fly is called our point fly, and the second fly is called our dropper fly. And the point fly actually sits about 12 to 14 inches from our split shot, which is connected to our leader tippet knot. And this point fly is actually a fly that will actually be moving along the bottom because it's so close to the weight. Now the second fly, the dropper fly, will ride a little bit higher in the water column. And from the clinic, what we talked about insect behavior, this is actually a midge pupa or midge pupa pattern and emerger. And so this will ride a little bit higher in the water column. And so with these two now, we have a better chance of catching trout than we do with just one fly. Above our strike indicator, the guideline is 2 times the depth of the water. You never know what the depth of the water is, so we pretty much have to guesstimate, play with it a little bit. And I always attach 2 indicators on the leader, about 2 times the depth of the water, and I make those about 12 to 14 inches apart. This is what Gary LaFontaine and Jack Dennis emphasize in one of their clinics, and from this I took this pattern and used this as a guide. This gives you better depth perception. on the water, and also you can detect subtle strikes a lot easier with 2 strike indicators than you can with 1. So these 2 strike indicators are very important, and this is what you're going to be fishing with on the water, are your indicators, not your fly. Your indicators will actually tell you what your fly is doing underneath the surface of the water. So we're going to go down to the water and do some nymphing.
Okay, so let's go see if I learned anything from all that stuff in the class, and let's go catch some fish.
Let's go.
All right.
You always want to, when you come down into the water, Karen, you always want to take very small shuffling steps. These boots are very slippery even though they have felt soles on them. And like we were talking about this morning, you don't want to be in a hurry to get into these rivers or into the water. And again, the best fishing is off on the side of a bank. So you always want to start from the bank and then work your way out towards the middle. We're going to get into this one. Go ahead and take a few practices. And the first one isn't going to be excellent. Now transfer, good. Left hand now, transfer the line to your rod hand. Transfer, now you're fishing. Okay, good.
Okay, but I need to keep it down more.
Just let it drift down, low rod tip. Now I'm going to make another cast. So I'm going to drop this line from my rod hand, and I'm going to bring my rod up very slowly, and when most of that line's off the water, I'm going to rotate my wrist, nope, the other way. There you go, and then look, and then make your cast. Good. Transfer the line to your rod hand, and now you're fishing.
Next there.
Yes. And then rotate, and then look, and punch it forward. Very good. Transfer. It's easier when you get that left hand close. There it is. There's it. Okay, you're fine. Oh, a little too. Okay, okay, we need to let line outside that rod. Let the line go off the reel when it takes that. When it jumps out of the water like that, it really creates a lot of tension in your line. So what? Okay. So let's go ahead and lift that line off the water slowly. Rotate, and then punch it forward. Transfer. Good. Now, right now you have drag, and I want all that line off the water. There's a hit. Okay. And let it drift. Now, as it comes down, lower the rod tip, and you've got a little bit of drag with that. See how that fly line and leader are? There's a hit. Okay. Set your hook on any hesitation of that indicator.
So anything that just bobbles it at all.
It can do 1/8 of an inch. It'll go down slowly, or it'll just move 1/8 of an inch and set your hook. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. You're okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now let's reel it in. Let's reel it in. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Rod tip up a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Okay. Okay. Let's put a bend in that rod. Yeah. Let's make this thing work. Okay. There you go. Let's keep it at 45 degrees and upstream. Yeah, let's let it come upstream. Now, if it goes, let it go. Get your left hand away from the reel. Let it take line off the reel. Get your left hand away from that reel. Okay. Good. And if it rests, reel the line in.
Okay, it's resting.
Okay? Not too much though. We don't want too much. This is all touch now. We don't want too much. We don't want too much tension on this. Okay?
He's not doing anything.
Okay.
He's just sitting there.
Okay, it's resting then, and you need to put more pressure on it. Bend the rod. There you go. Let's make it work.
Oh God, he's beautiful.
Yes,
Look at that.
He's absolutely beautiful, isn't he? Okay, let's keep the line tight. But if he takes off and goes, let him go.
Okay.
Okay, let him go. Let him go. Oh, nice, nice trout. Keep the rod up. Keep the rod up about 45 degrees. There you go. Keep it up. There it is. That's the bend I want in the rod.
Jeez.
That's the bend. There you go. Now you take him where you want him to go and rod tip up.
I know.
When you get
he's
ready
going
to land,
shallow, right?
He's okay. Yep. Very good. Very good bend in the rod. Very good. Let's take it upstream with the rod. There you go. That's great. And I'll see if I can get him up here. Bring him back this way.
He's coming back. He's trying to go into the weeds,
come back
right?
This way. Yeah, he's going to go to a sheltering line. Let's see if we can't get him back. Let's reel him in a little bit. See if we can't bring him in. Good. If he goes downstream a little bit, point your rod this direction. Great. Now, as I get him in towards my net, you keep his head up. You keep that rod tip up and keep his head up.
He doesn't want to do nothing.
Let's make him come this way.
Oh, lost him!
Okay, that's okay. Yes, actually, and the fly fly shop should help you with this. What I tell people in my classes is, you know, how you're inundated with so many different flies, so many different names. How do you know? And so you find out actually, well, I'm going to this river today, the Arkansas, and I'm calling a fly shop and I'm saying, what should I use or what should I bring? And well, let's see, a day or two ago or a week ago, the elk hair cast was working really well. We also had the pupa working really well. And so you go to they tell you the size, and then you go to the fly shop and you'd have them show you what the caddis look like, okay, and show you what's been working. And then take a couple of sizes. Don't just leave with one size. Take a size 16, size 18, and we've got that in our brochure, different sizes, so that you're equipped with those. And then we go to the river and then fish that. Rotate, look, good, excellent. Transfer, retrieve line in if you need to. Watch the line, you can flip the line upstream if you want. There you go, very good. Don't retrieve it in towards, there's a hit. Oh! Oh yes, okay, good. Rod tip up, rod tip up. Okay, good, very good. Now, let's see if we can't get that slack in on that reel. There you go, play it off the reel. Oh, now it's jumping, okay. That's okay, let it go. Okay, now, point your rod tip this direction, downstream, but off to the side. Good. And actually, I need to be on the other side of you. Flip it up here. Okay, let's bring your rod tip upstream now. Keep your rod up. Good, very good. Remember, when it takes off and runs, let it run line. Keep reeling in. You may have to hold your rod up in the air quite a bit higher. Okay.
Oh, that one just jumped over there. It was
yes,
huge.
it did. We'll go after him next. Okay, good. Very good. Keep the line taut. Very good. If it takes off and goes, you can relax a little bit. If you
can't.
Okay, now it's going to the bank. No. Yes. You put it. Now bring it back upstream. Oh, lovely trout. You put it where you want it. Not too much pressure on the line. See if you can't. If you bring it in, we're going to try to keep the head up as it comes into my net. There you go. Let's bring it to my net. Bring it into my net. Very nice.
Hey!
Okay, you can lower your line a little bit. Give me some slack. Lovely. Wonderful. Okay. Lovely. Lovely trout. Nice wild brown trout. Looks to be that's a female. Wonderful brown trout. You stick it back in the water. There you go. And then when we stick it in the water, they'll usually tell us when they're ready to go. Wonderful. And there it goes. Okay. They're out there. Says it. You've got to. Oh!
It's I'm supposed to watch another one.
Now let it reel the slack in. Let it take line if it wants.
It's going.
Okay. Let it take line if it wants. Let it take line. Get your rod tip up a little bit, about 45 degrees. Okay, good. Very good.
I was so busy watching the other one jump.
Okay, let's pull back on the bank a little bit, but be careful where you're standing. Be careful. Come up on the bank here a little bit. Now, bring your rod tip to the left side. Yes. Now bring it to the right. Tight. Tight. Okay, good. Reel it in if you can, if you need to. And as you bring him in, let's keep his head up and into the net. Off to the right again. Good. This is how you tie your trout. Okay, now let's go upstream. You tie your trout out quickly, and the objective is to get the trout in as soon as you can. Very good. I can tell if it's a brown. Let it go. Yeah, you want to let it go. Let it take line off the reel. Okay.
There it goes.
Yep. Yep, because you've got a fine tippet on there, and it's got to take off and go. Okay, I'm in the way. Okay.
Jeez.
Very good. Very good. And again, if it takes off and goes, let it go. Let it take line off that reel.
Here comes.
Okay. Good.
Ah!
Good. Excellent. Very good. Reel in like the Dickens if it comes in close. They'll actually take off and go, Karen, on you. And then they'll come back like a bullet towards you.
I can see
That's
that.
where you need to raise your arm way up in the air.
Teacher.
Keep going. Watch it that way. Good. Not too tight.
There he is.
Okay.
He's taking it again.
Okay. Let it take line. See if you can't get it into my net. And when you do, yeah, keep the head up. Reel it in. Oh, beautiful trout.
Swimming with
Reel
you.
it in.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's going to look great.
Oh my gosh.
This is a huge, huge brown. Congratulations. You have done well. Wow. Wow.
My hand's cramped.
Oh boy, look at this.
Oh,
Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and have you
want me to hold the net
take the,
while you get him unhooked?
yeah,
Come on, settle down. We'll let you go.
it's okay.
Jeez. Can't believe it because I'm sitting there watching the other one jump.
This is a huge brown. Look at this. You
Oh,
want to go ahead and I'll
geez.
take the,
Where's
I'll
your
take
hook?
my,
Oh,
my line. I'll take your rod and go ahead and return that back to the water if you can.
come on.
You want to keep it in the water. Make sure your hands are wet, and see if you can't take that out of the net. Make sure that the fly is out of its mouth. Okay, great. That's it. And then face the tail upstream to revive them, and keep your hands away from their gills. Beautiful trout. Beautiful. Wow. Face the tail upstream to revive it, and get your hands away from the tail upstream. Turn it around the other way, and get your hands away from the gills. And just hang on.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. That's a wild brown. See the red?
Yeah.
Very good. Now he'll stay here. He hasn't gone into the deep yet. He's fine. He'll stay here and maybe rest a little bit, and then he'll go off into the deep. Very, very pretty. Very fine trout.
So that red on that very back.
Yes, that's a wild brown trout. Born and bred in this stream. Pat yourself in the back when you catch a brown because they're very difficult to catch, and they're very wary, and
They fight.
They fight. They will put up quite a fight, and he did. So he's doing very well. Great, wonderful.
You know, whether I'm fishing a river in Colorado or the flats off the Florida Keys, one of my most important accessories are my Haber Vision polarized sunglasses. Not only do they allow me to see into the water, see the fish, but they protect my eyes from the intense UV. Haber Vision makes great high-end polarized sunglasses for men and women, and you can avoid the typical retail markup for high-end glasses by logging on to habervision.com and using the member code FISHTech.
Okay, so riffles actually allow photosynthesis to take place, and that allows plant growth, and that's what these insects feed on. So the riffles are really a wonderful place to start if you're starting in a river. And caddis, as we learned in the clinic, caddis and stoneflies love fast moving water. There's a strike. Yes. Okay. Good. Get your rod up. Up. Not too tight. Not too tight. Not too tight. And reel that line in. Get that line in first. Not too tight. Okay. Let's point our rod downstream here. Great. Okay. Now let's come down here if you can. Walk down here. Ooh, nice rainbow. That was that rainbow that we saw. Let it run. Let it run. Let it run. Yes. Good. Okay. Let's come downstream of it, and let's try to get downstream of this trout.
It's not moving.
Okay. Keep it tight. Reel some line in if you need to. Oh, nice.
Here he comes.
It's a feisty one. Keep your rod at 45 degrees. There you go. Nice. Boy, it's a feisty one.
Yep.
It's okay. Woo, nice. But it's working against the current and also against your line. When you can, let's see if you can't get it into my net with the head up.
Here he comes. Nope, there he goes.
Okay.
Here he comes. Nope.
Come down a little bit with it. Good. Watch, be careful where you're walking.
You're right.
Nice trout. Nice. Okay. Okay. Keep the line tight. Not too tight though. And if it runs, let it run. Can you get it into my net, do you think? Can you get the head up? Work the head up. There you go. Good. Wonderful. Boy, these trout are mean. Let some slack off of your reel there. And we'll get this right back in the water. Lovely trout. Lovely rainbow. That's a lovely rainbow. Boy, it went after the stonefly.
Huh.
You want to go ahead and...
Yeah, this is
What's your
great.
hand? What's your hands? Beautiful.
Oh, Janice, this is great.
Wonderful. Look at that.
Okay. Here he goes.
Okay.
Oh, Janice, this is great.
Wonderful.
I really have enjoyed all the classes and taking me out here. It's like, this is wonderful. Janice, I'm learning a lot more about how women are into fly fishing and taking me out here and letting me actually catch some of these beautiful trout. It's been great.
It's been great, Karen. I've really enjoyed it. And if you get a chance to, a lot of women are coming out and enjoying the sport more and more. And we're seeing a lot more women in the sport with the return of the Colorado Women Fly Fisher Club, and so it's been a great sport for women. And not only is this a great sport for catching fish, but also if you just take a look around the scenery and take a look up every once in a while, it's absolutely beautiful. The fall is really the best time to fish here in Colorado. So this is a wonderful sport, and again, a lot of women are taking it up, and we hope to see a lot more women become involved in this sport.
Thanks a lot, Janice. I mean, this has been great. I mean, I just never realized how much fun this can be. And anybody can get out and do this. So join us next week.
Don't ask me. I don't know how you're going to see it. Cut!
Okay, we need to do... Oh, are you filming? Hi! Okay.